Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg wrote a memoir, and I want to say the memoir is called Bits and Pieces, My Mother, My Brother, and Me. And she talks about how one time she had to save her mother from unaliving herself. Okay, so her mother tried to take her own life. And Whoopi Goldberg talks about in this memoir how she had to help save her mother at that particular time period. There's so many families that are impacted with either friends, family members, or neighbors even that deal with depression. And sometimes these people that are dealing with depression, they're deeply saddened. Like most of their time, they wake up and most of their waking hours, they are so sad to the point where they think that the only way they can resolve their sadness is by unaliving themselves. So with that being said, if anyone out there is feeling that way, I encourage you to please seek help. And there is this saying, and I know it is not that simple, that joy comes in the morning. And I just hope that you can hang on and hold out until you wake up and have that moment of consistent joy. But let's go right into this. I want you to hear Whoopi talk in her own words. Let me see if I can play this.
In her own way, very bizarre in the way that she did stuff, because I still, until the day she died, I didn't know how old she was. She would answer the question with a question. Well, why do you need to know? It's just, no, I'm curious. Why? It's like, well, just because I just, I don't know. Okay, never mind. I don't care. She'd go, you seem very agitated. And then she'd mess with you. I was raised in the days when you didn't tell kids much, But my mother always made sure that we knew the facts about things. She made sure that my brother and I knew how children were made. And it wasn't a sexual thing. It was just the facts of how it gets done. She was a great lady.
Let me just pause this. So that's Whoopi Goldberg, just a memory of her mom, part of what she has put in her memoir. Listen, guys, we're going to get more into this story right after this. All right, guys, we're going to get right into the story. So, saving mom, Whoopi Goldberg states she saved mother from unaliving herself in a new memoir and didn't see her for years after her mental breakdown. The View co host opens up about her childhood in bits and pieces: My Mother, My Brother, and Me. I actually really like the name of the title. Whoopi Goldberg writes about her mother's tragic mental breakdown in her new memoir and how she saved her from unaliving herself when she was a child. The U.S. Sun can exclusively state. The View co-host, whose mother, Emma Johnson, died in 2010 after suffering a stroke, is set to release her raw book, Bits and Pieces: My Mother, My Brother, and Me. That's Whoopi and her mother, and they look alike, right? It documents how her family, including her brother Clyde, who died of a brain aneurysm 5 years later, shaped her early life while growing up in public housing in New York. She wrote that although they struggled for money, her mom never wanted to apply for welfare and worked as a nurse to provide for her two children. In the book, Whoopi recalled how she came home early from elementary school one day and found her mom looking disheveled and barefoot wearing a slip dress under a black trench coat. Whoopi, whose real name is Karen Johnson, explained how she was mothering incoherently and didn't realize she was home. I watched as she went over to the oven, turned it on, and put her head in there. She recorded of the disturbing moment. I was old enough to know this was really bad news. I ran over and grabbed her around the waist and pulled her out. Whoopi recorded how she and her older brother watched as their mom, who was a single parent, was carried away on a gurney. Electric shock therapy. She said she felt protected and pissed off as neighbors gawped at her mother as she was helped into an ambulance and taken to Bellevue, a psychiatric hospital in the city. The 68-year-old star said they were not given any updates on her health and didn't see her for 2 years as family members took turns looking after the siblings. Her mom returned to their home, but Whoopi admitted she was not the same person, and she and her brother found the situation difficult to understand. She eventually got better and even went on to get a master's degree and moved to California to support her daughter. Whoopi said it was years later when her mother revealed when she was released from the hospital, she didn't recognize her children, but was desperate not to be sent back. Emma explained she undergone electric shock therapy and decisions about her health had been determined by her estranged husband and father-in-law. The actress was always close with her mom and found out about her death after receiving a phone call at work. I think I'm just sad sometimes that I think who will love me the way that she did, but I realize that my brother and I have each other, and so we're okay. She flew back to the States after leaving the London production of Sister Act. Moving tribute. In a tribute on Instagram, she described her mom, who got her master's in early childhood education at New York University, as one of the best people I have had the privilege of knowing. I'm not sad because she had a great time, she said. My mother was a great adventure person. So she loved to go on adventures. And my brother and I made sure that her life was full and rich. I think I'm just sad sometimes that I think who will love me the way that she did. But I realized that my brother and I have each other, and so we're okay. She has since posted several tributes to her look-alike mother and spoken about their close bond during episodes of The View. The first time I went, um, the first time I went was in the early '80s, but my mother had always said, "I'm going to take you and Clyde, that's my brother. I'm going to take you to Disneyland," and she never could afford to do it. She said. Mm. I asked her to come see me in California, sent her a ticket, and she said, where do you live? Because I feel I've been in this car a long time. She had no idea where we was going. Whoopi autobiography will be released on May 7th, 2024. Now, I ain't even going to tell y'all I'm going to cover it because I'm behind on reading books. I will cover it probably if I could do on Audible, but I will definitely purchase the book. Love the support. I love having books, and I do love reading, okay? So let's all support Whoopi Goldberg and go get this book on May 7th. Now, if someone you know is affected by any of the issues raised in this story, call the National S Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. And talk, the numbers are 8255. Chat on 988lifeline.org or text crisis text line at 741-741. So there's help out there. Please seek help because help is available. I like the cover of the book. I like the name of the book, Bits and Pieces, My Mother, My Brother, and Me. I love it. And yes, look-alike mom for sure, okay? And that's pictures of Whoopi on The View. Listen, guys, all I could say is that you never know what's going on in someone's mind. You never know what they're going through. So I say, whenever possible, always be kind to people, always give people grace, and then grace will come back onto you. So listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.